What's up, everybody? I wanted to make a little video today about what I've gotten from Mace training. So someone asked me this recently, like what I get out of swinging a mace, and it's really hard to say specifically because there's just so many benefits to it, from the physical aspect of relieving a tricep issue I was experiencing by the active stretch and pull and blood flow that you get from mace swinging, to the shoulder health I've experienced from it, to the fact that it's super fun to do and it's a whole other dynamic way to train your muscles and your aerobic systems. And it just goes on and on and on. There's just so much to it. It's really hard to just pin it down. Because yeah, you'll get the relief in your shoulders. We've had many people tell us that they've suffered from serious shoulder mobility issues, and they start swinging a mace, especially ours, since you can start so light and then just gradually increase the load as you need to, versus, nobody wants to waste the money on a 8-pound mace, So if you get a CK mace, it starts out at 7 pounds. And you can get in a pound, 1 1/4 pound plates. You can get 2.5s, 5s, 7.5s. So you have all these micro adjustments you can make as you increase the weight. And then, as your mobility comes back, you can just increase the load as you need to. And then it's a beautiful, beautiful tool. I hope more and more people experience it and learn to use it, because it can be intimidating, especially for strong guys or women who can't just pick it up and swing it. Everybody can kind of force their way through a kettlebell, even if they have very limited technique. But the mace is a lot different. You really got to spend the time to practice it and learn how to swing it. And it's not just mentally learn how to swing it. Your body's got to learn how to do it too, because there's a lot going on that maybe someone who can teach choreography really well and someone that can learn it really well can learn it really quickly. But for a lot of people, it's just going to take some time. But your body needs that time anyway, because your tendons, especially your tricep tendons going into your elbows, if you've never swung one before, you've never experienced that before, and there's nothing like it. So you got to take your time, otherwise your injury risk is really high, especially if you start getting into some heavier weights. Like anything over 20 pounds, I would say, is where you can start getting injured. I'm sure people have had issues with lighter loads than that, and I'm sure people have walked in and swung heavier loads than that and didn't have injuries. But I would always just stress taking the time to build that strength in your connective tissues until you're ready to start putting some heavy weight on the mace. And it'll typically be it'll just be a very smooth transition into that anyway, because your technique's not gonna be where you want it to start putting some heavy weight on there anyway. So you just give it some time and it'll get there, and you'll be swinging heavy shit before you know it. And your shoulders will feel better before you know it, and your triceps will get stronger before you know it, and your grip strength will get stronger before you know it, and then you'll be crushing people's hands when you shake hands with everybody you meet. So there's a small portion of my long list of how I've benefited from the mace. So if you like this video, let us know in the comments, and we'll catch you on the next one.